is who, and welcome back to another new video. So today I've seen other people done it. Not today, but like in the past, the starving artist tag. I've first heard about it through a person called MiniSeaStar on YouTube. I knew her for a long time actually through Arkell. Anyway, moving right along. And then I saw recently Joy-san made a video about it too. Um, so I was like, well, whatever. No one tagged me, so I'm just going to, just read and answer the questions. If you guys know what that is, it was started by five um, talented, light-skinned women with long hair on YouTube artists. I forgot all their names. All I don't know is Catherine Ward and Mira Byler or whatever. But the other three, I don't know. Well, I do know. Oh, one's Asian. Well, two of them are Asian. Another lady. I don't know. But anyway, I'll link them all below. You can check them out, whatever. If you have never heard, you probably all heard them because they're super popular and shit. But anyway, let's get on to the questions. What is your favorite experience as an artist? Well, my favorite experience, I'm actually recording this while my mom's right here, so I'm gonna be laughing throughout the video. My favorite experience as an artist is just, drawing, I guess, and getting in the zone. And I know my every time I'm in the zone and my mom wants me to do something, I I'm like, what? And she's like, come on, do whatever. Well, whatever needs to be done. Usually a chore or something. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it because I'm drawing right now. And then she's like, no, you're going to draw. I mean, you're not going to draw. You're going to do the chore. And I'm like, well, I'm drawing right now. And she's like, whatever, do it. I'm like, fine. But, it's okay because I'm in the zone when I'm talking to her like that. But it's always me talking to her in that way. Our relationship is so casual. But all right, moving along. What is your least favorite experience as an artist? I don't know if you guys you heard my mom. She said the expensive crayons. I don't own crayons. You have crayons, Crayola crayons. No, they melted on the radiator. No, okay. Anyway, crayons aren't expensive, but all right. So my least favorite experience as an artist is actually buying the mediums. Why the traditional art supplies at the high quality stuff? I understand why they're expensive. They're supposed to be good. Some of them are not good. Some of them are not even worth the expense. But like, it depends on the person. It's just how expensive it is for traditional artists, especially if they don't even get commissions often and they just have art supplies because they want to use them. So I find that to be the least favorite experience, just the art supplies and stuff. I would have said holy myself all over the internet trying to expose myself, but that's actually more fun. So then buying the art supplies. My most expensive art supply, not relating to this question, but is what was my drawing tablet. It was the most expensive thing, but out of all, like as an investment, it would have been my markers. I don't know how much I spent on those markers. I don't want to think about it, but all I know is probably more than the rent. It's not $5,000. Anyway, next question. What are your dreams/goals for your art? Bob, shut up. My goals, okay. So my goals is, to like sell my art pretty much. Well, really, just do it. Art maybe a full-time thing, but realistically, it's probably not gonna happen. I don't know. It'll probably be more like a part-time thing. I feel like a lot of artists that are not famous that do art are really part-time. They don't. They probably do full-time work, but the money they get is usually part-time pay. if you think about it. But I guess that make a living off of it, even if it's like even if it's like poverty. I'd rather do that than work in retail. By the way, I'd rather be a poor artist than a poor person working for retail. Well, with my particular job anyway. But I don't want to get into that. Anyway, what is your favorite medium and why? Kind of similar to what I said about the least favorite experience with the art supply stuff. It's actually drawing digitally. Even though tablets are expensive, they are worth the investment. Really, as long as they don't break. um, because unlike traditional art, you are not buying art supplies all the time. The only thing you will invest with the drawing digital stuff is a tablet and a program to work with. But there are free shit online to get, like GIMP and stuff. And also, if you're lucky, you could find crack versions of programs like Photoshop, which I found. Yay! So I have Photoshop now. I'm probably not going to use it anytime soon, but anyway, the good thing about that is like it's so much cheaper than buying traditional art. So if I was a traditional artist, which I kind of am too, a lot of my money will probably go towards art supplies and stuff like that. So I rather just use my money that I get for things that for my livelihood, like bills and things, than art supplies. That's why I like working with digital stuff because it's just cheaper. Anyway, moving right along. What's the question? Next question. Okay, what inspired you to do art and why do you love it? I don't know. I love it because that's one of the only things I'm good at, actually. And I know this, so because I'm good at it, that's why I love it. And also, it's a good way to express your feelings and thoughts and your ideas through art. Whether if you draw or paint or create sculptures, you know, do mobile stuff or make music. Yes, I like to consider music as an art form, by the way. So creating music is a form of expression. Um, it's just that freedom you have, and stuff like that. Though, and I know sometimes some artists like to be controversial. So you could make something controversial. Okay, right along. What's your favorite piece you ever made and why is it special? I like to talk about this piece a lot. My favorite piece I ever made is actually a piece I like. It is a traditional art piece. My Renamon picture. Renamon is my favorite Digimon, and yeah, I did a piece off of that. What should I call it? Um, Digimon, and I was proud of it. And I'm still proud of it today, even though it's like 3 years old. I don't care. I'm proud of it. Huh? I'm talking. You're not an art piece. You're an animal. You stupid. Okay. Anyway, moving right along. Who/what are your biggest art influences? I can't think of any at the top of my head. Right now. Though I remember in my documentary video I talked about, music. Yeah. Music and basically my environment where I live, pretty much. Like urban stuff. Things happen in the real world are like my bigger influences. Um, Manga is a really big one. Yeah, with my particular style, I talk about it sometimes. But actually, is this a question about any favorite artists or anything on here? No, no. Okay, so one of my favorite mangakas is actually a Soju manga artist. I think she's doing a shonen right now. I think it's a shonen manga. I don't know, but my favorite mangaka or whatever is Wataseyu, who created Fushigi Yugi, and I forgot the other ones. I can't think of it on the top of my head, but There's plenty of series that she made, and I read a couple of them. My mom's like, you read? Shut up. Anyway, I read comics. Anyway, because pictures. Um. Anyway, yeah, she's my favorite. Mother. And so my style is really derived from her. Just because I like the way she draws like eyes and how she does hair and just everything about her style and art is like, yeah, girl. Of course, I like semi-realism stuff. There's plenty I could talk about all day long, but like, this is a long ass video, so let's go. Moving right along. What do you learn from being a full time artist? Let's skip that one. I'm not a full time artist. Um, I'm not a full time artist, guys, and I think I will never be a full time artist. In the next 5 years, I don't think I don't think I will be a full time artist. What did you learn from? Oh, I already answered that question. So, but I know for many full time jobs, you have to put a lot of work into it, and you work a lot, hence the fact why it's full time. So you work a lot, you put your ass into the work. You're basically your own boss pretty much when you're a full time artist, which is great. I know people are like, oh, I don't like being a full time artist because I have to do all the work. Blah, blah, blah. Well, you probably have never. Well, you probably have, but if for a long period of time working for somebody else for a long period of time. I'm talking about no longer than a year. I'm talking about more like 3 years or 5 years or maybe even 10 years or even 20 years or whatever. Working for someone for a long time, you may not have even experienced that. So you may not understand that. It's hard to explain. But anyway, so that's why I'm like, I'm cool being my own boss, but at the same time, I don't mind working for other people because that's what I've been doing. I know I haven't been alive that long, like 23 years, but I know adults that have been on Earth longer than me, my mother, my dad, and they work for other people. They worked full time all their lives, not really much part time, so they have to work for other people, so they know what to expect when they work full time working for other people, working in those certain environments. So I have an idea. But anyway, moving right along. This comes with the next question about family. What do your family and friends think about you being an artist? Now this would be really funny if I had my mom literally next to me and my sister and they could talk, but nah, I'll speak for them. um, for a while, not until like after adult or became adult or whatever, they were pretty much, hesitant about it. But after a certain point, like when I turned 18 or after high school, when I just became adult, they were alright. They're like, how long you am able to pay bills? So that's pretty much the position. As long as you're able to pay your bills. So I'm like, okay, you could be wherever you want to be, and you're not doing anything that could cost your life, like being a prostitute or something, or a stripper, or a drug dealer, or an addict on the street or something. Okay, was becoming an artist your childhood dream? No. Um. Uh. Yeah. Well, it kind of was, but then it switched from time to time. Like, uh, I know when I was little, I wanted to be an artist, but then logical brain came in because I am a daughter of someone who is bossy. I want to be a business. I want to own my own business. I don't know because the business part was actually influenced from my dad, but I'm not even going to talk about what kind of business he had. My mom's like, "Shut up." No, I want to do my own business, but anyway, moving right along. Then I wanted to go back to the art thing again, but then I switched, and I wanted to be like a veterinarian. Yeah, I think I originally wanted to be a veterinarian, but then I realized that I'm gonna be in the hospital and stuff a lot, and it was a lot of science, and I'm like, no. And you gotta go to school for a long time to even be a veterinarian. I'm like, forget it. And high school, yeah, I want to be an artist, but then I said, oh, now I want to do something related to animals again. I'm like, be a conservationist or something. But then that didn't happen. I changed my mind, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna do the art thing. That means it's just gonna be a lot more work to do. But yeah, pretty much. Okay. Um, what advice can you give to people who want to be more artistic or creative? My mom said get a degree. Forget about being an artist. Get a degree. It's something else. No. No, don't listen to her. Don't listen to her, please. No, really. Okay, so what I give to somebody who wants to be an artist or whatever is to make sure to have patience, or if you want to be more artistic or creative, really be open minded. I feel like being open minded is really important because then if you know more information about stuff, about reality and how things work, about things, what's go or stay in school for a good amount of time, like high school. Don't drop out of high school and stuff. Maybe get some college experience because then you'll be around people who are different than you. Clearly, get information about them. Really learn about historical stuff, pop culture, things like that, and then that will really help your creativity. I know that has helped me. Now I sound like a stupid douchebag, but anyway, all right. Were you supported to pursue art as a child? Was I supported? Uh, yeah, duh. Yeah, I was. Because it's funny because um, my parents knew an artist who is not around anymore. Um, he was an artist himself, and my sister's friend, my big sister's friend, who is super awesome. Oh my god, you should check her out. But she's not active on social media when it comes to her art, but because she has a child. But anyway, she gave me lessons on how to me and I have lessons. It was like one time lesson like how to draw anime, and pretty much that was it. And so yeah, duh. But yeah, it was pretty much I was pretty much supported because people knew that I was good at it. So they're like, "Go, you do, you girl." Okay. All right. Crap. What happened to the questions? Uh. Okay. Do you make money off your art? No. What do you want to improve on? Aspire to be with your future art. What do you want to improve on? Well, I guess drawing buildings. Yeah. Not building. Well, buildings. If you think about it, buildings are not that hard. Um, you just gotta be more careful with your handwork and really rely on a ruler or like something that could help you make with straight lines. Anyway, what else I want to improve on? I guess color and hands, pretty much. All right, what feelings do you try to express in your art? Whatever I feel. Happy, sad, mad, pissed. I don't know. What feelings do you try to express? Well, everything. Okay, what's your favorite thing to paint? Oh no. What's your favorite thing to paint and why? Um, I like drawing animals more. I don't do it often or don't show it online or anything, but I like drawing animals. Um, that was one of the first kinds of subjects I would draw were animals. My obsession with dogs is real. So, um, that was one of my favorite things to not paint but draw. Because I don't paint. I don't paint. Okay, what's the strangest thing you've painted? I'm gonna say draw. Anything with the pornography that I've kind of posted online. Especially the gay porn. All right. My mom calls it strange. I don't call it strange, but you know. Have you ever been hung up after you started a commission? I have never gotten commissioned. Oh yeah, I had. My friend commissioned me. It was pretty. It was not that hard. I mean, because she was my first customer, my best friend. I have a video of what she commissioned me, what she wanted me to do and shit. It was her character and another character, so it was an OC canon thing. It was it wasn't that difficult. Again, I'm used to doing stuff for other people, so I don't have problems with handling um people, kind of like that. So like customers and shit. So anyway, I think we had a couple more questions left. We're almost done. Yay! Okay. Do you admit that paint smells good? Do I admit that paint smells good? Uh, why would I care if paint smells good? Okay, honestly, the people, y'all who made that question must have either loved painting or are around people that get high or something that do like coke or meth or something. Cause I don't know how coke with meth smells, but I research. Don't say why I research drugs. It's for something else. It's for something my project I'm doing. I have to do research on these things. Certain drugs have chemical smells, so I don't know why would I want to smell paint. But the smell of markers, I don't care. But like I don't think it smells good. Food smells good. Last question. What will you tell your younger self? Um, what would I tell my younger self? Well, this is actually a very personal question. I'm gonna make it short because it's so personal, and I could talk about it all day. But well, I guess I could tell my young personal self, younger self, that you in the future you'll be super broke. So, and also just work hard. Try to work as hard as you can. Um, uh, what what you're experiencing with people bullying you and stuff will not really matter when you're older. Oh, just a tiny bit when it comes to confidence about yourself. And don't don't really take people's bullying seriously. I'm like, yeah, you do. Just because what about if cause harm, and to the point that you have to call your parents and tell them what happened, which has happened a couple of times. I'm not going to talk about it, but um, just be strong, pretty much, and just be determined. And in the future, you eventually, have a better, you know, thought process of reality and what to expect, and just work hard, pretty much. That's pretty much the advice, you know, my parents gave me. Just work hard. So, the end. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for my mother for joining in with this commentary you heard in the background. So, thank you. So let's go to the end of this tag. I enjoyed talking about it and shit. I know this is a very long video, but it's me talking about myself a little bit. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! I honestly thought this was Rose Quartz when I first saw it. But girl,